Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you stopped in. Today we're going to show you how to repair a common problem on the CFMOTO machines. I don't know if this is going to be a common problem on the Z950 or not, but if it is, you'll know how to fix it. Now, I have actually fixed this problem on both of our machines and it has worked great, and I never videoed it, but now I have an opportunity because my cousin bought this fixer-upper that we're going to be working on. So he does not know I'm going to do this fix, but he'll be glad that I did. So on these machines, whenever you smell fuel, you're driving along and you smell fuel, especially after a fill-up, a fresh fill-up, we're going to show you how to fix that. The first thing you're going to want to do is go get yourself some ultra gray gasket maker Permatex. Now this stuff is the only gasket maker anybody should ever be using. This stuff right here, you use that, nothing will ever leak. Second thing you're going to want to do is reach back in here, pull your seat out. Let me wash this out real quick. So now that we got that dirt off of there, we're going to want to look at this cap. It's actually loose on this one. We're going to want to loosen it up much as possible. Okay. Then we're going to take this silicone here. We're going to squirt it up under this edge, and then we're going to wipe it under with our finger down one side of this. Okay? Make sure your fingers are wet because the silicone won't stick to it. And then we're going to tighten this back down. Then we're going to reinstall our seat. Just like so. Now let me tell you what that silicone's gonna do. We only put it on about this much of the lid right underneath. Now the reason we only put a little bit is because if you put a lot on there, you'll fight tooth and nail to get that lid off. We only put a little bit under there, so it kind of sucks up some of the vibration from the engine, and it'll act kind of like a glue, but a glue that will let loose whenever you put some force behind it. But it won't let that lid vibrate and work itself loose. Now I really wish CFMOTO would have done a better job on the fuel tank, because I think that is the worst design. Even when the automotive manufacturers put them in some cars, they were horrible. And half the time, whenever you went, you know, you'd have some that would come loose, but then you'd have some that whenever you go to replace a fuel pump, you would break them trying to get them loose. And that's exactly what would happen to those if they were too tight. But these seems like every couple of months I have to tighten ours, and I got tired of it. I put that silicone around there, and that actually helped. So I hope it helps you. Now another thing you can do, which I didn't do to this one, is you can push down them little tabs, pull your fuel lines off of there, and pull that cap all the way out of there, and put a couple of dots of silicone, just a couple dots around it on the threads. Screw that back down. That silicone will harden and it'll dry, and it'll take all the vibrations, and that lid will not work its way loose. It'll stay tight. Now the reason to keep checking on that lid, and maybe even do this mod, is because if that lid's loose and you go into some deep water, that water is going to go right up into your fuel tank and cause you a really bad day. And we don't want really bad days. So make sure you always keep an eye on that, and you'll be fine. So use that silicone trick for you. I'm glad I could show you that. Make sure you throw me a thumbs up, a like, share, and a subscribe. And leave me a comment down below if you've had to do anything similar, or if you never even thought about it. Let me know down below what you think of this easy little mod. And also keep in mind, when you mention Redneck Garage at Main Street Cycle, you get 10% off and free shipping on Super ATV products. So make sure you check them out. And anytime you shop there, mention I sent you, and they'll hook you right up. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next video, and hopefully we'll see you at the Wildcat Kentucky off-road ride for July 4th. I'll be there the whole week, July 3rd, possibly through the 11th. So okay guys, peace out. Radials and the high clearance control arms. How does this thing ride? How does it stack up compared to your trail?
It rides like butter. You're like gliding. That's all it is. It's so smooth, unlike mine.
Yeah. Now, because you've drove this multiple times when it was factory stock out of the box.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that's been a long time ago, but from what you can remember, what are your thoughts between out of the box and with thousands of dollars of upgrades?
Totally different ball game.
It's a whole different machine.
Totally different, yeah.
And it was so gradual to me. I ride it all the time. It was so gradual to me. You really didn't notice much. And then when you get it out riding, actual riding like we are now, it all hits you. It comes to you like, wow, this thing would not do that out of the box.
Yep.
It would not. If I'd have jumped it down there out of the box,
it wouldn't have landed so smoothly.
I don't think it would have landed very smoothly, and I probably would have broke something.
Probably.
So, yeah, guys. So guys, there's my wife's thoughts on the machine, the 800EX. On the 800EX, she's really liking it. I really think she's looking forward to her trail model to end up in that same situation there, because I have plans on putting my stock A-arms on.